What's up, my fellow Pisceans? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. Thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below. Set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And with that being said, today we are going down the rabbit hole with messages from Source. It's whatever comes out, guys. They're not going to be, they're actually going to be pretty short here today. Just getting them out. I want to thank you for everybody for being patient with me as I get things set up, because I am on the road again, so I'm just kind of like trying to get caught up with the internet service that I have here and everything like that. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's being patient as I get that all taken care of. Okay, so that's why we're in a new location. Things look different, but with me it always looks different, so whatever, guys. I do just want to thank you, my OGs, my new Gs, and anybody that allows me your most precious asset, your time. It's an honor, a blessing, and a privilege being here, giving you guys these messages. And my prayer, as always, is that any of the videos of mine that you guys watch fall upon your heart in a way that reminds you to take back your power by using your intuition and your discernment and making the decisions that serve your best journey in this now moment, guys. So just so you know, when you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, it's a free way to support the channel, as well as to connect me with your energy to get you out more resonating readings. If you guys are interested in going further, you can donate to the channel, or if you're interested in getting a personal reading, that is all connected, that is all linked down below in the description box. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, guys. Alright, and I just want to thank you, anybody and everybody that has donated or is thinking about donating, and anybody and everybody who has gotten a personal reading or is thinking about getting a personal reading. I'm honored, I'm blessed, and I'm so happy you guys are here sharing this space and this time with me. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. We'll see what's going on with you. So Source, what messages do you have for the Pisces collective? What do they need to know in this now moment? How can we help them out? What messages do you have for the Pisces collective? What do they need to know in this now moment? Now, I do feel like you guys are going through a situation where someone has been not really kind to you. They didn't really manipulate you. Maybe for some of you guys they did, but this person just kind of like left you in a state of wonderment is something that's coming through right away. Like feeling disconnected, feeling like, why did I even bother with them? But I feel like at the same time you guys aren't too concerned about it because you didn't put too much time and energy or effort into it. But it still just kind of left you in a like, what is going on stage. I do feel like some of you guys could be dealing with the following signs. Capricorn, Aquarius, or Aries is what was coming through for me. It does not have to be, but that is for those of you that were looking for confirmation. That is the confirmation, okay? So let's see what Source says in regards to either that situation or what else Source wants you to know. So Source, what messages do you have for Pisces, the collective? How can we help out Pisces in this time? What do they need to know? All right, thank you, Source. What does Pisces need to know at this time? How can we help out Pisces? Wow, okay, we've got Death coming out in the reverse. Make sure I get these in frame. Okay, what else for Pisces, Source? Okay. Beautiful. You guys could be dealing with a Scorpio or Sag. You could have Scorpio or Sag in your charts. What else for Pisces, Source? What else? Okay. Boom. Your energy coming out. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out my camera. It's in a weird... I don't know. We're just going to deal with it. What else for Pisces, Source? How can we help out Pisces? Wow. Source is ready to talk for you guys. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Coins in the reverse. Yeah, that's that energy that I kept getting, like that, like, what? What the hell is going on here? Yeah, with the King of Swords. What was I saying? It's somebody that just kind of left you. Like, they could have been manipulative, but this person was really good with their words to begin with. It could have been involving a love situation. It could have been a friendship, acquaintance. It doesn't matter what it is, but this is that energy of like someone came in and the way that they spoke to you just kind of thought things were going to be different, or the way that they treated you, things were going to be different. And in the end, it was like this person was like, I don't want to say worse, but I don't know how else to deem it. Like, it's like they were worse. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on just a second. Okay, sorry, guys. They left my hand all soggy. So that's going to be a weird transition there. But anyways, this person just came in, and the way that they talked to you, it just kind of left you like, what? Like, this person's going to be different. But in reality, they weren't. They were just kind of worse than all the other people before. And the thing is Pisces, I don't want you to get upset by that. Like, and I don't get this energy that you're super disappointed by it. Like, I think that there was a moment where you didn't want to let this situation go. It was like mirroring the past, right? We have the number 13 card here, and 13 is 4, and that's talking about your stability, your protection, you know, your foundational situation here. And it left you in a... Honestly, what I'm getting is this situation left you more depressed than it did, like, in grief or upset or anything like that. It just left you depressed because I think this was the end of your emotional ego holding on. It was like basically your spirits rising through and saying, look, enough is enough. We're done with this. But it was just because of the way this person talked to you, it was the way that this person spoke to you. It just kind of made you feel like things were going to be different. You could have been dealing with a Scorpio, Sagittarius, another Pisces, a Taurus, a Libra, or Virgo, or Gemini. It does not have to be, but it could be for some of you guys. Or they could have that highly aspect in your chart. Or like I said, you guys could have that highly aspect in your chart. But this energy just kind of like made you realize, like, I think there was a moment in time where you guys were just completely depressed and didn't want to do anything. Like, I get this energy of like sitting on the couch, eating a gallon of ice cream and not even crying. Like, you weren't even crying. It was just like you couldn't figure out why you were in this low vibrating energy. You're like, what the hell is going on? And then all of a sudden it was like things changed and you had clarity, and in that clarity you moved beyond that and you found your healing and you found out how to blend this energy into your spirit. It was like, rather than letting this upset energy take you over, you learned how to blend these two energies together. Like, it's okay to be sad. That's not a problem. It's okay for me to honor the fact that I was depressed, and it's okay if I get depressed. And then in that, you guys realized that it was time for you to move on. And in this, I feel like you guys learned how to love a part of yourself that you were running away from for a long time. And that's just maybe giving to somebody else. You know, Pisces, y'all are such big loves, and you guys love to give, and you love to love, and such romantics at heart. And there's always this hope that everybody's going to understand where you're coming from romantic wise. And, you know, they oftentimes don't, because we like to romanticize the world. I know, I'm Pisces too, guys. You guys know this, talking about it. We love to romanticize the world. And I feel like that's what you began to balance here, is like you realize that is not going to work for me. Son of a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, nope, not today. Not today. That is just not going to fly, because there's too much riding on the line when it comes to that. And what ended up happening is, in this healing, not only did you complete a cycle, but the cycle you guys completed was an emotional cycle. And it's bringing you up into a straight up leadership. Like, you guys are coming into a leadership position. Like, things are about to fall into place for you. It was like everything had to fall out of place to fall into place. Felt like things were falling apart. It felt like you guys couldn't get anywhere. It felt like you guys weren't having any luck with anything. But it was honestly this grief and this situation. Like I said, it could have been love. It could have been a friendship. It could have been an acquaintance, family member. It doesn't matter the situation. You guys are going to know. It was just like, for a moment in time, everything stood still. Like, I see something suspended. So it's like your energy was just suspended there, because it was like you weren't really feeling how you felt about this situation, but at the same time you kind of were, but it was like being stuck in between those, feeling it and not feeling it. You know, it was like being stuck right in the middle, not having any balance to that, right? And the balance in our emotions is to heal our heart, and to heal our heart is to feel things. And that sometimes for us is difficult, because we have the two fish, the one that's going up and the one that's going down. And so I feel like you guys were stuck in this whirlwind of emotional, non-emotional bullshit. But ultimately, it created a space for you guys to embody the divine feminine within you. It's like, this gave you permission to have time to yourself. This gave you permission to just be like, you know what? I'm putting the whole world out there on hold, and I don't care if they understand what it is that I'm going through. I don't care if they understand what it is that I'm experiencing. I'm putting the whole of the world on hold. And so I feel like 13 is a very powerful number for you guys. I also feel like there's this energy that's surrounding you that is like, you learned how to go within, you know, like it could be hermit, but it's like, this was like sitting in solitude and in silence. You guys learned how to do that, right? And it was really powerful for you. There was a lot of differences that you were able to pick out. I love that this flipped over. We have unfoldment here, lotus flower. Yeah, so you guys let things unfold for you. Look, and here's my Pisces card in this deck, Dreamtime Creation. It was like letting the situation unfold, right? It was like letting light come to this situation for you, even though it was difficult. This was not easy for you. 11:11 on the clock here. This was not an easy situation for you, but it was like you did, instead of like letting it control your emotions, it was kind of, that's why you were suspended. It was like trying to find balance and not letting this situation control my feelings. And so what ended up happening is you guys were able to take space and start creating for yourself, and you actually figured out what your passion is. And that's not easy, you know, like in life, oftentimes, especially for Pisces, like we have a passion for everything, you know, and we oftentimes will get so caught up in so many things all at once that it's hard for us to focus on one thing. And this instead created space where you guys could focus on one thing. Look at that. We've got 36. You guys figured out what your purpose is. Your passion is your purpose. You figured it out. Like, it was kind of like, I feel like for a while you guys were questioning what was actually your purpose, what was actually going on. And actually, let me get the emotional clarifier first. And it was like in that you guys figured out that, oh, like my path of purpose is what I like to create, you know. And that was not easy for you guys to find out. Like, we've got delighted on the bottom. Yeah, you're like so excited about what's going on. It's like, I'm delighted that this is, like, I feel like you guys were hiding from your truth for a while. And I feel like in hiding from that truth, you guys really thought that, you know, that had nothing to do with your path of purpose. And in reality, it was like what you guys were hiding from was your path of purpose. Let go. Right? And so you guys learned how to embrace that part of yourselves. And that's a beautiful energy to come into. Look, fearing the unknown. That's why you guys were hiding. It was like you were afraid of what was next. And now there's this energy, like, I feel so, like, it's like almost, what's that word? Emblazoned, I think is the right word. But it's like you guys are like, it's like even more than bold. It's like, not only are you passionate about moving forward, you're excited about moving forward, and you know what to do, and you're okay with that. And it's like, I'm okay with everything that's coming. I don't have to fear anymore. And because of that, you guys are going to step up into emotional fulfillment. This isn't even about having a happy ending with another person. This is you guys stepping up into an extreme emotional fulfillment, feeling like you guys not only have a purpose, but you guys are fulfilled in your purpose, not questioning it anymore. I feel like you question it for so long. And this person is actually who kind of threw you into realizing you were putting too much weight on other people. You were putting too much, you were giving your power away to other people without realizing it. And so you had to let yourself unfold. And this was just kind of like you guys bursting out of the water as this lotus flower and finally blossoming. Like, you went through the mud and the muck, and it was like overcoming this one situation is what allowed you guys to blossom fully into your truth. And that's it's amazing. Like, number 16, we have responsibility, meerkat coming out here. So yeah, you guys have taken responsibility for yourselves. That's what I heard when I flipped this over, is like you guys took responsibility for yourself. You're no longer seeing things on black and white, like, well, he said, she said. Now it's like you see the whole of the situation, and you're able to see it from a very enlightened place. And because you're coming from an enlightened place, you guys are able to, it's like painting your own world. You know, I love in this picture for so long, I had no idea that there were paint cans here, right? And I spend time with these cards, but I think it's all tarot readers. We'll have cards for a long time, and then all of a sudden we'll be like, hey, I never noticed that before, right? But they have these paint cans down here, and it's like you have decided to become the artist in your own life, and I love that. Something I just recently figured out about this card, guys. Yeah, and so as that is, you guys are learning how to not take things at face value anymore. And it's not like Pisces necessarily does. Like, we take things at face value, but also with the feeling of ourselves. And that's sometimes what gets us in trouble, because we're feeling so deeply into something, and then we take it at face value what a person will tell us. So if somebody is very smooth with their words, again with this King of Swords in the reverse, this is somebody who's a smooth talker, right? This is somebody who's very manipulative in the way that they come across, and this person did that. And so we have a tendency sometimes to take people at face value, and that's just, it's one of our traits, because we are in the dream world and we just want everybody to be that good, beautiful person that we know they can be, and not everybody is that way. And I think we get hurt because we expect that from a person, and we don't think that's too much to ask. Like, as a Pisces, you don't feel like that's too much to ask, but for the other people involved, they're probably like, damn, Pisces expects so much of me, because you just want people to come as their authentic self. And, you know, no one does. And even if we don't come as our authentic self as a Pisces, we still expect that from others. And what you've found on the journey, it's like the more you pour into yourself and come as your authentic self, the less likely you're going to get these detours on the way, and the more likely you're going to run in and bump into people who have learned to be their authentic self. I love this. Wonder. This is your emotion right now, like seeing the whole world through eyes of a child, with eyes of wonder, just like, wow, like, look at everything around me and taking it in. And it's like, I see you with big bright eyes, like everything is wonderful and beautiful. And so not only are you delighted at the way things have turned out, it's like you're not even upset. Like I said, it was like you were kind of depressed, but it's like all that got replaced with peace and harmony from inside. Fear of abandonment is keeping you in toxic connections. Yeah, I think that's what was happening. I don't feel like most of you guys are still in this, but there are a few of you guys. Again, we're all at different parts of our journey, so you guys could just be dealing with this right now. But what was happening was that fighting. That's why the 13 card came out reversed. It's just like saying you're fighting that energy, fighting. It's like resistance to source. It feels uncomfortable leaving this behind, because that's all you know. It's a toxic situation. That's all you know are those toxic situations. But when you guys finally embrace the fact that this has more to do than just this connection, right? And guys, if you're cross watchers on here and this is Pisces doing this to you, you know, it's energy. Take it as it resonates. So, but I'm just going to say this, like, for those of you cross watchers that did this to Pisces, you guys playing on Pisces' romantic side is not, like, it's going to come back to you guys. And I don't mean to be rude. Like, I'm not trying to be rude. I just want you guys to understand that, like, when you play with people that way, you can't expect it not to get returned. Like, you can play the game for so long before you lose, right? Like that's it. And if you're being pure and if you're being consistent with your own journey and yourself, rather than trying to put someone off of their journey, then, you know, you're going to have good luck, even if it might not feel like it at first, right? But Pisces didn't love you for, I feel like this is a cross watcher watching, but I don't know, guys. So take it as it resonates. But I feel like Pisces, like, this is the thing. They didn't just love you just because. And what they gave you wasn't playing. Like, when a Pisces loves, it's deep as fuck, guys. And excuse my cursing, but I don't know what else to say here, you know? I feel like I got so off topic here, but at the same time, it's so related to this reading. And I feel like there's a cross watcher on here who's thinking that Pisces did them wrong. And in reality, it's not that you necessarily did Pisces wrong. It's just like, one of you guys who's a cross watcher on here, and maybe even a Pisces on here, you're not willing to admit that this is the energy that you're coming in. Okay, and that's what I think Source is trying to say. It's like, it's not about right and wrong at this point. It's just understanding that you guys received a deep love and then taking accountability for how you showed up in the situation and not placing blame. Like, I feel like somebody's pointing blame here in this moment. Like, I hear it, you don't know what they did to me, Becky. You don't know how Pisces showed up. Well, if Pisces broke your heart because they walked away because they knew that they had to choose themselves, is that really wrong? Or is it wrong because you expected Pisces to do something the way that you wanted them to do? Do you see what I'm saying? When you show up with expectations, you'll always get burned. Thank you for choosing to overcome your struggles. Love, Source. Here you go, Pisces. Source is saying you've done an amazing job. Don't beat yourself up. You've done such a beautiful job. And for those of you that are wondering who I'm talking to, this crosswatcher, whoever it is that I felt like that prior message was for, like, don't let them make you feel guilty because you did the right thing, okay? You chose yourself in a situation that was really hard to choose yourself, okay? Which is why you felt so down and out. Let go of worry. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Look, and this is for the cross watchers too. I want you guys to understand, no matter what, everything has happened exactly as it needed to in this now moment. 21:21 on the clock. So I feel like you guys maybe have fought a lot along the way and you're just wondering, like, why does everything keep happening? Well, for you Pisces, this is Source saying you're exactly where you're meant to be. For you cross watchers, Source is saying the exact same thing. There is no right or wrong. It's exactly as it's meant to be. And so if it feels right or wrong, it's just us as humans putting duality on a situation, thinking that we need to label it instead of just seeing it as it is. So addiction, we have a sex addiction, drug addiction, alcohol abuse, and money addiction coming through here, guys. So what happened was this connection was affected by an addiction, and that's why it left you in this bunk energy, Pisces, because as an empath, most of you guys are empath. You guys are very in tune with your psychic connections. You guys are very in tune with your intuition. And so as of that, you were stuck in this toxic situation that was making you feel not yourself, and it was because you guys were harboring this other person's inner feelings about themselves, and so it wasn't allowing you to move on in the situation. But you're beyond that, and that's good. So it's like you guys are coming up into a beautifully strengthening situation. You guys are about to be super successful. Don't worry about this illusion anymore. I wouldn't worry too much about love anymore either. Like, this is just about you guys focusing on yourself and really embodying that Empress energy, okay? So, wonderful job, Pisces. I'm going to give you a round of applause. You guys you're on your path of purpose. You're on your mission, your life mission. So keep going, keep moving, all right? So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And with that being said, until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow Pisceans, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again, mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.